are back in the Haftr Media Lab, and this week, being that it is Pesach, we are going to be learning a few Remazim from Rabi Yakov Zy'a on Pesach. So let's get started. You know, the Rush brings down that there's an Indian to schwitz, to sweat when you bake the matzahs. Baking matzahs. Now, everyone schwitzes over Pesach. The question is, how are you going to schwitz over Pesach? You may go to Cancun, Mexico, you might go to Arizona, Florida. You got to schwitz. You got to schwitz. But that schwitzing may not do what you want it to do on Pesach. The schwitzing of Pesach is supposed to be mitzakin, mitakein. It's supposed to fix up when we, schwitz for the wrong things. Sometimes we schwitz to do the wrong thing, and we want to be mitakein that. We want to fix that up. So the Rush says that when you go bake matzahs, make sure you schwitz. And as you're schwitz and baking those matzahs, you're sweating and you're perspiring and you're getting into it. That's misak, and that fixes up all the schwitzing you did for the wrong things. Rabi Yakov says there's a remez to this in the first word of the Torah. Crazy. The word Bereshis. The Zohar has a whole book on the Remazim and Bereshis. You can find everything. It's crazy. So it says Rabi Yakov, the Rashi Tevis, the Bereshis, if you break it into Rashi Tevis, you get the following. Tikun bris yase rikikin ach sheyazia. Tikun bris yase rikikin ach sheyazia. To fix the bris, to fix the averis that we did when we through schwitzing. You want to be misakin that. So yase rikikin, make matzahs, make crackers, rikikin ach sheyazia, but make sure you schwitz. Because when you schwitz in doing a mitzvah, that's mitakin, the schwitzing for averis. So that's a remez Rabbi Yaakov teaches us about baking matzahs and everything. It's beautiful from the word Bereshis itself. Now, there's an idea on Pesach that you need to do mitzvahs b'zrizus, quickly. And that's shmartim es hamatzahs. You have to watch the matzahs. We learn shmartim es hamitzvahs. You got to guard the mitzvahs. Mitzvah bal yodcha al tach mitzvah. You got to do mitzvahs quickly. There's a lot of, you go to a matzah bakery, things are moving. Even the Seder moves quickly. You're getting towards Chatzais, everybody's rushing to get to Chatzais. This idea is found in the Torah. When the Jews were told to eat the Karm Pesach in Egypt, they had to do a bechipazoin. Hastily, quickly. What's the idea that had to be done? Bechipazoin. So Rabbi Yaakov says, the word Pesach itself, it's an interesting name, Pesach. Pesach means to jump, to skip, and that symbolizes that HaKadosh Baruch Hu was skipping over the houses of the Jews, Passover. HaKadosh Baruch Hu was being mefasech, he was jumping, he was skipping, he was doing things almost like hurriedly, he was doing things quickly, trying to get to the end. So that Pesach that HaKadosh Baruch Hu does needs to be reflected in our Avodah. And we also have to skip, we got to move. Some people are hearing, oh great, I got to skip part of the Haggadah. That's what I mean. But I mean, it's got to be done with enthusiasm, with zrizus, b'chipazon. Says Rabbi Yaakov, b'chipazon, chasar with atavav, equals Pesach. Because our chipazon, when we do things quickly down here, that causes HaKadosh Baruch Hu to do things quickly. And the opposite is true when HaKadosh Baruch Hu is doing things b'chipazon, so we got to mirror that and do things b'chipazon as well. A zrizus and agility and a geshmak, an impact of a lebedikite in our avodas hamitzvos. I want to finish off with one more idea, and that is also Rabi David. He should live and be well. He writes that on the night of Pesach, because it's Pesach, it jumps. Generally, we do avodah, we do our service of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You have to do it. You got to go madrega after madrega. You got to work slowly. You got to build slowly. He says, and generally, avodah is surmei ra. First, you got to get rid of all the bad, and then you can do asay tov. You can do good things. But on Seder night, says Rabbi David, we can skip that process. You can jump to kedusha. You can jump to the highest points, and that's merumas. That's hinted to in the order. We say kadesh orchatz. First, we jump onto kedusha, and then we get busy washing our hands. Kadesh. We have the ability to jump higher, to be pisech, to jump, to skip, to find great heights on Seder night. Kadesh Urchatz. All of us find all of us. We find ourselves in Mitzrayim, and it's a big Yisrael Chevra. On every night, Pesach night, we got to leave Mitzrayim. What does it mean? You got to leave Mitzrayim. I'm not in Egypt. I'm not in Egypt. I'm here. I'm in New York. I'm in Connecticut. I'm in Miami. I'm in Cancun. I'm in Arizona. So what does that mean? What am I leaving? I'm not in Egypt. The word Mitzrayim means to be in a narrow place, to be narrow-minded, to be b'meitzar, min ha-meitzar karati ka, from the straits, from the narrow places I call out to Hashem. Meitzar is that when we box ourselves into different ideas, like a mime. You ever see a mime? They get boxed in. That's what we do with ourselves. We box ourselves in to things, to beliefs, to a narrow-mindedness. Life is all about X, Y, or Z. Not more, not less. We get narrow. We can be narrow-minded. We believe there are things we can't do. I can't learn Hebrew. I can't read. I can't daven. I can't learn. I can't make time to learn. I can't speak nicely to my wife. I can't speak nicely to my kids. I can't. That's a meitzar that we put ourselves in. We lock ourselves in a box. We get stuck in Mitzrayim, in a narrow-mindedness. And on Pesach, we got to get out. How do you get out? You got to connect yourself to something much bigger. Hashem says, attach yourself to me, and I'll take you out of Egypt. All of a sudden, you become broad-minded. Something's much bigger, much greater. Connect yourself to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Connect yourselves to His Torah. Then we're able to break out of Mitzrayim. So I wish you all a safe journey on your exodus out of your Egypt. Have a safe trip. Remember, you can jump. It's Pesach. You can skip. You can jump. You can be Mekadesh and worry about the rest during Sfiras Omer. Have an awesome Pesach.